Hey everyone, it's Natch here doing another guide for City Skylines. This is the Hotel and Resorts DLC. Let's jump right into it. You're going to load up your map with the biggest population and resources. Make sure no cheats are on so you can enable the trophies. There's only 3 in this DLC. They tend to stack, so I'm going to do a full playthrough really and show you how you can get this all in 10 minutes or so. Again, this is designed for late game after you've done all the main stuff. It can be done while you're progressing, but I suggest not to do that. So what you're going to do is look for a district that has commercial and office zone. I'm going to go this route because I feel is the most easiest and efficient way and available to everybody. If you don't have an area like this on your map, don't restart. Again, you want to utilize the late game content to your advantage, so just redo the district and until you have that. And then what you're going to start doing is just plopping down the budget hotel. That's the 1-star hotel, and you're just going to keep doing it. Don't worry about positioning, utilizing space. Just keep dropping them, and you're going to very quickly get very accommodating, which is have a total of 500 weekly guest stay at hotels. That's going to naturally come regardless as you progress towards fully booked and peak season. So what's going to be happening is, obviously the name of the game is to unlock the 5-star hotel. To get there, you obviously got to unlock the hotels before that. So obviously there's budget hotel, 1-star, small hotel, 2-star, city hotel, 3-star, conference hotel, 4-star, and then there's 3 different types of 5-star hotels, which I'll get into in just a little bit. So as you start unlocking higher star hotels, or those ones that I just mentioned, you're gonna delete the lower star ones and just replace. So it's just build and replace. You don't need to mess with policies. You don't need to mess with the pricing, at least not at this point. And your main focus is just putting down hotels and rebuilding the newer ones. So once you get to 3-star, in order to do 4-star and above, not only do you have to make a certain revenue, you also have to reach a certain popularity for your hotel. And to get the popularity, there's 4 different criteria you need to reach. This method, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but this method is, again, it's built so that it accommodates essentially everybody's map. You'll understand when I get into it why other criteria, like, it'll likely be harder for certain players. So this is just, again, the most fast and efficient way I find for people to unlock the trophy. And again, you're utilizing the late game content. You're going to want at least 150,000 plus in your population, and then just millions to spend. So, ideally over 15 million. I mean, you could likely do it over 10. Again, you could do all this as you're playing if you're just starting from scratch. I just wouldn't recommend it. There's just so much else going on in this game that I would just utilize the late DLC content for late game, not to do it. Though I do think this is a good way to bring in revenue, though. I'll give it that. But is it as efficient as the Parks DLC? I'm not too sure. But this is a pretty good stream. So when you're also to getting into the criteria, there's the sightseeing, shopping, business, and nature. The thing that people are likely going to struggle with the most is the nature, because that you need a forest or a shoreline, and you might not have the perfect place for that, or a road that oversees that, and then plus the additional things that they need to have top popularity. And you're gonna want to put down the parks in the Hotel and Resorts DLC tab with 175 entertainment value. You just need 2, maybe 3. You don't need to go crazy, but that will satisfy your sightseeing. And then again, since you're in the shopping and office district, those criteria will already be satisfied. The other thing, again, you're looking out for is the popularity. The popularity hotel, anything under 80%, just delete. once your hotels, if you start seeing, regardless of how much they're bringing in, if they're not popular, you're not really maximizing your revenue and profit. So anything under 80%, just delete it. If you have a wide enough space and you have plenty of hotels put down where a lot of them at 100%, then I would just stick with 100%. But for practices of this, you just need to be above 80. Ideally, you do want 1 to 4 hotels that are at 100%, and that's mainly gonna be for your 5-star hotel. So make sure your zone is big enough, as you can see, similar to mine, so that you could accommodate for that. And then so for the 5-star hotel, the 3 different ones, to get fully booked, you need to reach the max guest capacity. And we're gonna set that up first before going into peak season, which is the next easiest trophy to get. So for fully booked, there's 3 different hotels. You're gonna utilize them all anyways, but for terms of fully booked, you're gonna go with Deluxe Hotel, and that has the highest guest capacity out of the 3 at 650. I know that seems like a lot compared to the other 2, but I'm gonna just go with it. The reason being is because you don't need any nature view criteria. You just need office, and then small sightseeing, and then a lot of shopping, which again you'll already have because of your district zone. The closest thing to it is Design Hotel with the 550 guest capacity cap. That requires a lot of shopping. It doesn't need any nature view, but the rest of it is generally pretty balanced, with shopping being number 1. And then there's the Heritage Hotel with 450 guest capacity. That needs a big chunk of nature view criteria, and even if you had that, you still gotta meet the criteria for the other slots, so sightseeing, shopping, and office. That may be a little bit harder to do. So again, I would just go with Deluxe Hotel. That should accommodate everybody. Shouldn't be too difficult. And as you can see, once you get it, just find the area where you have 100% popularity. You're gonna put down the hotel. It's very big, so just make the space, put it down, and then just fix the area, especially if you're playing pretty tight, meaning that it's taking a little bit longer than 10 minutes for you. Maybe your district isn't big enough. Just fill it in, and then rebuild the zone area around it, and you should be fine. And what you're gonna do is, to get the fully booked, you're gonna go in, you're gonna set the pricing to 0, or to the least it can, and then you're just gonna start the events. There's 3 in each different kind of hotel. For purposes, you just need to start whatever one's showing, and then you're gonna put down the Heritage and the Design Hotel, and you're just gonna do the exact same thing. The first event that shows up, just start it. And this is how you get peak season. Once those 3 events stop, or once they're completed, you'll get the trophy. And then, as you can see, as the end, you'll just be looking for fully booked, and you're going to be hitting that 650 pretty quickly. To maximize revenue, just keep in mind that if you're needing more revenue, just to set the pricing unit down by 2. So just move your cursor down by 2, and that'll get it there. If you're struggling with revenue and bringing guests in as you build up to 5-star. So that's everything. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the guide. See you on the next one.